Damn it, put me down!
What about this one?
He's mine.
God damn it, put me down!
Yeah.
Who's that guy? I'm gonna check him out. Hey, soldier, cannot be beat, aren't you? Stupid son of a bitch. Yeah, sucker, I'm gonna use him on you.
$100 a roll. 4 5s, first roll.
Damn.
Damn. Monty pay you guys enough to lose like this? You guys want to quit?
Hey, I'll take you anytime. Let's raise the damn bet.
Hey, teach me how to play.
Get lost.
Doesn't feel good, does it? Why do they always pick on my hat?
Your girl was very good.
Kill him! Kill him!
Greetings and welcome to USA Fight Recaps. The narrative unfolds with Josh Randall, a former U.S. Army soldier who has transitioned into a role as a debt collector and head of security for the Lucky Dragon Casino in Hong Kong. He travels to Los Angeles to recover a debt of $114,000 owed to his employer, David Pascal, by a wealthy gambler.
You're David Pascal's man.
That's right. Just wants the money, Yoey.
I don't like Shylocks coming to my home and squeezing me. Your boss is nothing but a dirty little half-breed Jew.
During their meeting, the gambler makes a racially charged insult towards Pascal and instructs his bodyguard to eject Josh.
Enough fun and games. Get the money, Diamond.
Josh decisively subdues the bodyguard and compels the gambler to pay the debt in full.
Here, keep the change.
He says after the collection. Following this, Josh returns to Hong Kong and reports back to the Lucky Dragon Casino, delivering the recovered funds to David. David then requests that Josh address an issue with a dishonest dealer who has been embezzling casino profits.
Of course.
Now drop your pants.
Bullshit.
Josh.
You heard him, Kyle.
Josh witnesses David dismiss the dealer, humiliating him by forcing him to exit the casino without his pants, while warning him that he is fortunate not to have suffered further harm. Josh finds this punishment excessive and troubling.
You were pretty rough on him, Dave.
I enforce the rules. Hey, I can't afford to worry about that schmuck's feelings.
But you seem to enjoy it.
After work, Josh pays a visit to Sam Pascal, David's father, and an old acquaintance. They reminisce about earlier times, but the conversation takes a serious turn when Sam expresses his concerns about David and the casino's situation.
I wish I could tell you, Sam. I really don't know.
He confides that David has not shared much information with him regarding the underlying issues. Later that afternoon, Josh returns to his houseboat in Aberdeen Harbor, where he enjoys some quiet moments with his attractive blonde girlfriend. A few hours later, he receives a call back to the Lucky Dragon just in time to thwart an attempted robbery.
What the hell?
robbery. Watch him.
Josh fiercely confronts the assailants, apprehending several while others manage to flee.
The bastards are just playing keep away.
That evening, Sam invites Josh to David's residence to watch a soccer match together. During the gathering, David discloses that a rival casino owner, Stan Ramonti, has proposed a business merger and believes it is worth Sam's consideration. Sam vehemently opposes the idea, asserting that the Lucky Dragon represents his life's work and that he has no intention of merging with Ramonti. David insists on the importance of the discussion, urging his father to at least consider the proposal, and suggests they visit Ramonti's restaurant and casino after the game. Sam explains that Ramonti is a notorious mobster who leads a triad-backed syndicate known as Osiris, which extorts protection money from businesses throughout Hong Kong. Recognizing that his son may not be prepared to confront such a significant threat, Sam resolves to protect David and his employees from becoming direct targets. Consequently, he agrees to intervene and address the situation personally. Ramonti commends Josh, noting that he has heard commendable things about him, and even extends a job offer.
She would consider working with me.
When Josh declines, Ramonti asks him to wait outside the casino. He then proceeds to address Sam directly, stating that the Lucky Dragon Casino should operate under Osiris protection, given the changing times.
Lucky Dragon is my club.
Sam vehemently rejects this proposal, dismissing it as absurd before storming out.
Dad?
While waiting outside, Josh encounters Ramonti's imposing bodyguard after the man strikes a waitress. The situation escalates towards violence until Ramonti intervenes, instructing his men to stand down. During the drive home, David finally confesses to his father that they are on the brink of bankruptcy. He reveals that he gambled nearly all of the casino's earnings on a soccer match and lost everything. With no funds remaining, David believes they have no option but to accept Ramonti's offer. Sam is infuriated and warns David that if he does not rectify the situation, he will be removed from the family business. Upon arriving at the Pascal residence, David requests that Josh leave and return later, fearing repercussions after Ramonti threatened Sam's life if they refused his proposal. Later that night, when Josh returns, he discovers that both Sam and David have been brutally murdered. Assassins attempt to take Josh's life as well, but he manages to escape. With Sam and David deceased, their daughter Joy becomes the sole owner of the Lucky Dragon Casino. Aware of her precarious situation, Josh visits her apartment to deliver the tragic news.
Dave and your father were killed an hour ago.
He then takes her to his houseboat for her safety before reaching out to the police. After leaving Joy in the care of his girlfriend, he steps out but is soon confronted and arrested by two police detectives.
Let's go.
One particularly sadistic officer assaults and humiliates Josh, attempting to frame him for the murders by alleging that he was seen leaving the crime scene that night. Following a humiliating strip search and the absence of substantial evidence, the police are compelled to release Josh. He subsequently visits his former Vietnam War comrade, Leroy Nicely, who operates a warehouse business. There, Josh acquires weapons and ammunition, driven by a desire for vengeance on behalf of his friends. Leroy cautions him that Hong Kong is not Vietnam, but Josh remains resolute in his belief that he can manage the situation. He requests Leroy to provide shelter for Joy and his girlfriend at his location for their safety, to which Leroy consents. On his way back, Josh becomes aware of a corrupt police detective following him. He takes the opportunity to ambush the officer, retaliating for the earlier assault he endured.
Sweet dreams, Kick.
Josh then gathers Joy and his girlfriend, attempting to transport them to Leroy's hideout. This proves challenging, as a large American accompanying two women draws unwanted attention.
Easy.
You gotta be kidding.
After engaging in several intense street fights, Josh ultimately succeeds in delivering them safely to Leroy. Upon reflection, Josh realizes that Ramonti is merely a figurehead and does not possess the authority to control Osiris. He resolves to identify the true leader behind the syndicate, the individual responsible for the murders.
That's nothing to me. I'd advise you to keep out of that.
What does he want with the Lucky Dragon? Sam and David were like family to me.
His investigation begins at a brothel frequented by Ramondi, where he coerces one of the women into disclosing information about a man named DiBiase, who may know the identity of Ramondi's superior.
Bravest man ever knew was a homosexual.
Leave him alone.
Josh breaks into DiBiase's apartment and forces him to divulge critical information. He learns that the actual leader of Osiris is an aging, retired crime lord named Simon Koo, who is also secretly Ramondi's father. Meanwhile, Ramondi's men launch an assault on Leroy's warehouse. Leroy valiantly defends himself but is ultimately overwhelmed and left critically injured. Joy is abducted, and Josh's girlfriend is assaulted and killed. Upon returning to discover the devastation, Josh is consumed by grief and fury. Donning military attire, he infiltrates Ramondi's restaurant. However, he encounters a guard in the restroom.
Who's that guy? I'm gonna check him out. Hey, soldier, kind of off your beat, aren't you?
In a violent confrontation, Josh subdues the guard and interrogates his associate, discovering that Joy is being held on Ramondi's private yacht. Josh continues to confront additional assailants but is halted by Detective Chen, who is part of an international task force focused on combating organized crime. Now aligned with Josh, Chen advises him to wait until daylight to avoid a potentially fatal assault. The following day at the shipyard, Josh and Chen launch an assault on the yacht, engaging in a fierce battle with Ramondi's men. During the confrontation, Chen sustains injuries, but Josh perseveres.
When you want something done right, Mr. Randall, often you must do it yourself.
Hold it!
Ramondi meets his demise when his neck becomes ensnared in a rope, resulting in a fatal fall. After leaving Joy in the care of the injured detective, Josh proceeds to Simon Koo's compound. Upon gaining entry, he confronts Koo and accuses him of wreaking havoc on innocent lives. Koo callously extends an offer for Josh to join his organization, inquiring if Ramondi had mentioned it. Josh retorts that Ramondi did, just before his death.
Before he died.
Enraged, Koo commands his remaining guard to eliminate Josh.
Her girl was very good.
Kill him! Kill him! Sasika!
The confrontation concludes when a falling window frame impales the thug's neck with a shard of glass, killing him instantly. Josh then apprehends Koo. Later, Detective Chen drops off Josh and Joy near the harbor. He informs them that the remaining members of Osiris will be deported, effectively dismantling the syndicate. As Chen departs, Joy expresses her desire to rebuild the Lucky Dragon Casino and asks Josh to serve as her bodyguard.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to our channel. You can support us by sending a gift or super thanks. We love you.